Todd from Seattle, Washington, and what brought me here was that you guys have the same protocol as the stem cell procedure I had done in 2009. You'll be going along the first 10 years and it's kind of, a down little slope, and then all of a sudden, about 10, 15 years, it gets steeper. And sure enough, he was right. I'm doing my normal MRIs. And she's looking one day and she says, "I don't believe this." And I'm like, "What?" And she goes, "I've been doing this a long time." And she's looking through the MRIs and she takes her 10, 15 minutes. She's like, "There's a lesion in your brain that is not there anymore." And I'm like, "Huh?" She goes, "Yep." And I just checked with her. It's been 15 years ago. I just checked with her the other day. I go, "Is that lesion still gone?" She goes, "Yes, it is."
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Thank you so much for letting us ask you a couple of questions.
Okay.
Would you please let our viewers know where you come from and what brought you to Swiss Medica Hospital?
Todd from Seattle, Washington, and what brought me here was that you guys have the same protocol as the stem cell procedure I had done in 2009.
And what is your health condition?
Multiple sclerosis. I've had it for 32 years.
How did it all started back then, 30 years ago?
Let's see, back then it was vision, blurry vision, and then feeling in my hands. So I actually burned my hands underwater. I didn't realize it. And I'm like, this is not normal. The burn was bad, the skin started peeling, and I'm like, this is abnormal. So I went into the doctor, and it was just my general practitioner, and then he did a bunch of pin tests and everything, and then he referred me to a neurologist. And I was young at the time, 25, 26, and he referred me to a neurologist who then they did blood test, lumbar puncture, MRI, and then he gave me a diagnosis. But it took about 3 or 4 months to diagnose. And then once he gave me the diagnosis, he says, "Oh, you have MS?" And I said, "You mean I don't have AIDS?" And he goes, "No, you don't have AIDS." I'm like, "Oh, thank God," because AIDS was a big deal back then. Back then. And I said, "Well, what is MS?" And he goes, "Oh, well, it's this thing." And I go, "Oh, I'll beat that." And he says, "No, you won't." And he was right.
Which point you realized that this disease is difficult to beat and you have to take it and to do something with it?
Yes, so when he gave me that diagnosis, I asked him for a brief prescription, and he goes, "You'll be going along the first 10 years, and it's kind of, a down little slope, and then all of a sudden, about 10, 15 years, it gets steeper." And sure enough, he was right. And about 10, 15 years, it was like, oh boy, my walking starts getting difficult. I start getting, it's called drop foot. And I bought that and bought all the electrostimulation devices, the best technology I could get in America. And then, the other complications came, bowel and bladder dysfunction, just general overall weakness, fatigue, temperature sensitivity. That's a big thing with MS. Cognitive function, that was really bad. Just trying to, sometimes I'd stall. I'd have to be in this thought process, and you just get lost. Depression, anxiety.
That's something, the depression and anxiety is something that might be on the way of your struggling, you know.
Yeah.
It's something that might stop you, it might pull you back.
Yeah,
That's something you don't need to let in.
right.
Yeah, you need to get rid of it and you need to go forward.
It is debilitating.
So
yes.
was it then when you started thinking of some alternative treatments?
Yes.
And you tried your first stem cell therapy back then at
Yeah.
2009?
Yeah, it was 2008. I had been researching this science. Back then, there was MS Society in America. They had these message boards, and then there was a couple other sites that you would go and you'd put in a username, and then you'd interact with other people that had MS. And I was really searching for answers back then, and I kind of stumbled across some science, and there was this Professor Shimon Slavin in Israel, and he had been doing cell therapy for years, and he had done some research called autologous stem cells. They were mesenchymal stromal cells extracted from your own bone marrow.
Mm-hmm.
And then they would be the process, I'm not a doctor or scientist or expert, but the process basically they would cultivate them in a lab, and then they would put them back into you intrathecally. And I was interacting with some smart people in America, and they knew the science would work, and they were trying to describe it to me, and I was looking up all the words, and it kind of made sense, and I'm like, I'm gonna go for it. So I paid to be in this experimental study back then. There was 26 of us, and I had it done, and I took some time off of work to rehab extensively and give it every opportunity to take hold. And the promise back then was neural repair, mm-hmm. improvement in conductivity. Maybe I could establish better communication with my legs. Maybe I could walk better, you know. And I didn't really understand the whole process, and it did work what I thought, and it was the extensive PT that really happened. I didn't really know the difference until about 4 years after the procedure, that it was really working. Before, in 2009, before I had the procedure, I told my wife, I said, if this doesn't work, I don't know how much longer I can work. I had the procedure done. I did the rehab. It took about 6 months off, rehabbed hard, got stronger, obviously, went back to work, and then all of a sudden now I'm working 40 hours a week. So I'm working more and more and more, and then I go into the neurologist, and she's like, I'm doing my normal MRIs, and she's looking one day, and she says, I don't believe this. And I'm like, what? And she goes, I've been doing this a long time. And she's looking through the MRIs, and she takes her 10, 15 minutes. She's like, there's a lesion in your brain that is not there anymore. And I'm like, huh? She goes, yep. And I just checked with her. It's been 15 years ago. I just checked with her the other day. I go, is that lesion still gone? She goes, yes, it is. After 2009 and I went back to work, I'm thinking, oh, this is great, and my MS is stable. I'm able to work, provide for my family. And then time goes by, and all of a sudden then I run into another MS issue. I understood back then that this stem cell, it was not a cure for MS. Eyes wide open there, right? But it had the promise to do repair, and so that is what enticed me to do it the first time. Now my hands are my dexterity is not able to open my fingers, and I work with my hands, and so I said, well, I'm gonna research, see if somebody does this, and so God bless AI now, right? So ChatGPT, we put in, I had the emails from the professor. I asked him back then, because we only did the bone marrow, lumbar puncture. And so it was, the amount of stem cell was very small. I emailed him a year after that procedure. I said, what is my next step? I'm feeling pretty good, He goes, well, we're messing around with stem cells from adipose and umbilical cord stem cells. These are much bigger stem cells and they're developing much nicer in the lab. I go, where'd I get? And he was like, well, the technology's not really there yet. 15 years later, my hands start giving me problems. I say, AI, where is this procedure done in the world? I enter the email from the professor in 2010 into AI. It comes up Swiss Medica. And I'm like, okay. And then I start a new conversation and I put in different parameters. I said, okay, AI, where's this being done? Swiss Medica again.
Okay.
I don't believe ChatGPT because I have to research everything to death. It's got, this is some money. This is my, I don't make a whole lot. So I go to Google, and Google has Gemini. That's their AI, right? So I put my information into Google. What does it say? Swiss Medica. I go back to ChatGPT. I said, okay, there's other places in the world that do stem cell, right? And it says yes, but these other places are not your own stem cells from your own bone marrow. Swiss Medica does it from your bone marrow, and they do the same protocol as what you had done in 2009. Well,
and even more, I assume.
Yeah,
right now, with the technology.
And the donor cells and the exosomes. I'm so excited for that.
To tell you the truth, you are the second person I'm talking to who has used ChatGPT to figure out where to come for the stem cell therapy.
Yeah.
The first person, he had 3 clinics he communicated with. 3 clinics.
Oh,
he
okay.
had 3 clinics. He had protocols from 3 clinics around the world. And he put them into the ChatGPT. And he has asked for its opinion where for him to come, because he was on the crossroads.
Yeah.
And it was our clinic.
Swiss Medica.
Yeah. It came. So we were so pleased to hear that, and once again, we are pleased to hear that from you, and we are so happy that you don't regret that you came to our clinic.
Oh, I didn't know what I was getting into when
we even haven't started talking about your accommodation, meal here, because that's what we provide for our patients. We don't want you to worry about anything else apart from your well-being, your good mood, nice sleep. And to be ready on time for your procedure. So a couple of words about your first experience. I mean, not the medical part, but the other part of it.
Yeah, so I was super excited about the protocol, but I knew nothing about Serbia. And I didn't know, and I saw pictures of your clinic. I saw the testimonials on YouTube. I looked at these people, I'm like, yes, these people have MS, they're describing their symptoms, exactly, and they're happy. So I'm gonna go for it. So I got on a plane, came here, didn't know much, but first class, all the way. Like Diana, the email, at first the email exchange, like I said, 52 emails back and forth. I was, asking her, who's gonna, she's like, don't worry, this is what we do, and, I'm like, okay, and she's sending me all the links for the pictures and everything, and it was exactly what she said. Somebody met me at the airport. There was a man there. It was late at night. It was 1 in the morning when we got in. And he brought us in, and pouring down rain. I'm in this nice van. I had a ramp for my wheelchair and everything. And got me in here, and I came into the facilities. I'm like, wow, it's clean. And I got to the room. Nice hotel room. Nice, everything's hardwood, clean surfaces, top notch. You guys had food for me. I was so tired I didn't eat, but it was there. I hadn't even seen the cafeteria yet. I just went to bed. Got up the next morning, went down, met with all the doctors, and still was kind of like, hey, what's going on here? But everybody was nice. Like she said, everybody spoke English. Communication, not a problem. And over these last 10 days, I've really learned a lot about the facility and the procedure, top notch.
There's probably one thing we should mention for people coming with MS and any neurological or disease, that in addition to all the stem cell therapy, you also receive here a good physio program.
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah, that's I'm blown away by that. That is super cool. I'm all about the rehab. You guys call it conditioning. You're trying to set a platform for the cells to settle into your body, right? And I didn't realize this at then, because when I had it done back in 2009, it was just grab my bone marrow, wait for 3 months, and then boom, they put it in. There was no rehab or anything. I did that on my own, you know, after I came home. Here, you guys got it down. It's, they condition you with IVs, so they set your internal circulatory system, set it up for success with the cells. A nice platform, cush platform for them to settle into. But before you get the cells, it's kind of an interesting theory. So they want to stimulate your muscles. They want to make your muscles kind of agitated. They want your immune system to take those new cells and settle where your muscles have been agitated. I just think this is a fascinating concept. I think it was really cool how they did everything.
And the team, we have a great team of physiotherapists over there, yeah?
Yeah,
they deserve a good word.
Yeah.
They do.
I'm gonna buy them flowers. They're a good bunch. So yeah, doctors are top notch. Oh, here's another thing. So the lumbar puncture, it's not an easy procedure. I was blown away by how comfortable I was. So there's some side effects associated with that procedure. One is headache, and the other is nausea. I experienced nothing of that. The doctor, I wish I knew his name, but he was lights out. He did the bone marrow extraction and the lumbar puncture in the same day. No nausea, no headaches, no nothing. A little tired, but understandable.
Yeah, you have to stay in bed for that day,
yeah.
Right?
But yeah, it was lights out. I was happy.
Any piece of advice for those willing to come but still hesitating? Just something inspiring,
This is slam dunk. I mean, if you're into the process of stem cell therapy for an autoimmune disease such as MS, the complications, it's not a cure. But it offers the promise of repair, and that I have no regrets coming, because I know I go to sleep at night knowing that I've done every single thing that I could do for my health and my condition to keep working and to keep going with this disease. It's
providing for a family, yeah?
Providing
because
for family.
As the disease progressing, you have to adjust your life.
Yes.
Nothing goes as it used to be, yeah?
Yeah. When I started,
you had to change everything, right?
Yeah. I've been a machinist for a large aerospace manufacturer in Seattle.
Oh, Seattle, yeah.
So you know who I'm talking about.
They produce
big planes.
Boeing is in Seattle, yeah?
Boeing, yes,
Boeing.
I guess I can say that, yeah. But yeah, no, they're a great company, and they've known that I've had MS for these 30 years that I've worked there, and they're good with it. They've adapted to my needs, but they know that I fight very hard for that job. I love that job. That job provides for my family.
Yes.
And so I will do anything to keep that job, keep providing for my family. And this procedure is the best that I can think of to continue that career. Because I want to work another 5 years to keep providing until I retire. So.
If somebody is willing to come and he has to leave his job, how many days do you need to free from your schedule to come for a procedure like that?
If you're coming from the States, I think to be comfortable, I'm on that 10-day program. I think 2 weeks, I think is enough. I'm done now. I got my last. I had some injections today, but I'm feeling good. I'm feeling strong. I'm not worn out by any means. Feeling even better than when I came on the flight here. There's a full travel day associated with coming this far, and then you gotta kind of adjust to the time zone and everything. So there's 2 days there, and then when you're going back home, you're going back in time. So 2 weeks to maybe a couple more recovery days.
Mm-hmm. After this visit, what kind of results would you be happy with? Like after 2-3 months to feel already?
I'm taking some time off to rehab. I'm going to get in the pool and do my rehab work there. I would be happy with a decrease in spasticity, muscle tone. I'm already kind of seeing that already. Just being here, I'm excited because once I get home, I'm just jumping back in the pool and just keep it going, try to keep this muscle spasticity at bay. And then, any sort of improvement anywhere in neural conduction. Cognitive function is so huge in MS, and if I can still think clearly, do my job, get up,
keep going.
Yeah, keep going. That's a win in MS. Yeah. Stability is a win.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Todd. It was absolute pleasure.
No?
Thank you.